What's going on, Jerome's Raw Real Rant? If only there was a name for an audio podcast. Anyways, but the whole meme and joke and trope about Minnesota sports, it's certainly in full effect right now. Right? The Wolves going down 0-2 against the Thunder, really non-competitive in both games, especially in the third quarter. And it's just frustrating. Right? Players that should be making shots aren't making shots, aren't being aggressive at the rim. Defense, I mean, go on for days about the whistle SGA gets, but, you know, and also it does change the dynamic. When your key players start getting in foul trouble and they're worried in the back of their mind picking up an extra ticky-tack foul, like he's defended different. But don't get me wrong, like he's a super talented player. And Oklahoma City is a damn good team. They're well coached. They're well put together. Sam Presti is the adofo-mensah of the NBA. And their defense is fantastic. Like, do they get away with a lot of reach-ins, a lot of whatever? Sure. But also, it sort of reminds me of the Legion of Boom, where like Richard Sherman, Brandon Browner, and company, they literally held on every single play. And they dared the refs to call holding on every single play. And it just wasn't going to happen. So it is what it is. But Minnesota sports, I need to preface this by saying, yes, I know that the Lynx, I know that Gophers hockey, I know that the Frost have won titles. Fully understand, respect it. I get it. But of the other major sports, football, basketball, hockey, baseball. It's been rough. It's been rough, man. And I remember as a kid. So I was too young to remember the 87 World Series, but I vaguely remember 91. Jack Morris, let's go. Game 7. Just on the bump, dropping pills all over the place. Come on. You know, Ron Gant overrunning first base. It's good to see, man. But so after the Twins won the World Series, like I vaguely remember as a kid at the World Series parade, you know, and then also, oh yeah, that was the year that that stupid Halloween blizzard, right? Pretty sure, yeah, 91, yeah, but that's been it. And you know, the Wolves are the Wolves, right? So back-to-back Western Conference Finals appearances. Like at the end of the day, it's fantastic. Ideally, want more. But OKC right now is a buzzsaw, right? Would have been better to face the Nuggets, who the Wolves have beat, you know, the last 2 years, possibly. But it is what it is, right? Now, do I think that this team will eventually grow and show and be that dominant team? Yes. I think that. So, I forgot who made this good point, but SGA is 3 years older than Anthony Edwards. Just think of where Ant is going to be in 2-3 years. He is going to be that legit superstar. And also, don't forget, it took Jordan 7 years to win a title. Took LeBron about that same time, too. So, don't sweat it. Like, everything's going to be fine. The Wolves will win. Oh, well, especially in this age of parity, where it's going to be seven different champions in 7 years. The NBA is going full parity. I don't know if it's good. Because I feel like having those dynasties that you either love or hate is good for the league, whether it's the Celtics, the Lakers, the Pistons, the Bulls, the Lakers again, the Warriors, the Spurs, etc. But I don't know, different team. Like I still can't believe that the Raptors won a title like a couple years ago. The Bucks, I mean, come on. Anyways, but yeah, the Wolves will be fine. But it's just so frustrating, isn't it? And then, I mean, we're 4 minutes into this rant. We haven't talked about the Vikings yet. Like, the Vikings are my love, but also my loathe, if that makes sense. Where we said this a bunch. It would almost be better, well, debatable. So, before the Lions allegedly got good, and before they're going to be bad again, it's great. But they're just terrible for decades. They wasted the careers of Barry Sanders. They wasted the career of Megatron. They wasted the career of Matthew Stafford, who literally won a Super Bowl the second that he got away from the Detroit. Thanks to Kevin O'Connell, by the way. Or like the Browns, or how the Jets have been, minus a nice little blip during the Rex Ryan era. it would almost be better just to be bad. Every single season, 3-4 wins, top 5 draft pick. That draft pick is going to bust because you're terrible at evaluating, you're terrible at developing, you're terrible at everything, right? It would almost be better because you have those lowered expectations. I found having a goal in life, you might not get there, but if you have no goals, it feels great. I don't know, just completely butchering the line from Dodgeball. But the Vikings are the epitome of it's the hope that kills you, right? Because whether it's 75 and cheating Drew Pearson's push off, whether it's the 4 Super Bowl losses, whether it's Tommy Kramer, Darren Nelson against Washington, whether it's 98 Vikings and Gary Anderson missed a field goal in 2 years. Unbelievable. The 41 Donut, Bert Favre in 09, 2017 Vikings, 2024 Vikings, right? And it's rough because you think this is going to be the time. Shooter's turn, right? And eventually it will be. Like, I'm very bullish on the J.J. McCarthy, Kevin O'Connell, J.J. Justin Frickin Jefferson dynasty coming up. Fully all in, right? But it's just so frustrating. Like, so my kids don't care about sports at all, right? But my 9-year-old daughter made a very funny comment. She's like, the Vikings are very good at almost winning. Which, no truer words have ever been spoken. Like, Margaret is amazing. And there's nothing better than just a kid with no filter, right? Because they get all of the data, all the informational input, and then they'll just give an honest answer. Like, they're not jaded or biased or their opinions formed by years of whatever, right? And she's right. As of right now, that's what the Vikings are. But hopefully we never break the chain. Wait, no, always break the chain. Yeah, screw you, Fleetwood Mac. Yeah, but just being Minnesota sports, like, the Twins haven't been. The Twins have had some nice seasons, obviously since '91, but the inability of beating the Yankees in the playoffs, just ridiculous, man. But also the fact that hopefully they'll sell the team, right? Because let's be honest, like, baseball is still a money sport. Spend money. You get the khakis, then you get the girls, and then you get the something like that. I don't know. Just spend money, go out and go get it. And admittedly, I'm not that big of a hockey fan, but I understand the frustration with the Wild, right? Because can't win a playoff series. This is the friggin' state of hockey. Kirill the Thrill is the best player in the league. And it's tough. It's frustrating. But hope abounds everywhere. Because, I mean, you got Justin Jefferson, got J.J. McCarthy, got Anthony Edwards, got Kirill the Thrill, got Royce Lewis, if you can say freaking healthy. I mean, you got stars all over the place in the big four sports. But it's just so frustrating. And, yeah, we celebrate the Lynx, we celebrate the Frost, we celebrate Gophers hockey when they don't screw things up. But when's it going to be our time, man? And you see all of the infographics where it's cities that have the 4 major sports, baseball, hockey, football, basketball, or 3 out of the 4. And the Vikings have the longest championship drought. Oh, excuse me. Minnesota has the longest championship drought. Minneapolis, Twin Cities. Snake bit. I don't know what. Is there something in the water? Is there something in the headwaters of the Mississippi River that matriculated down here that said, hey, you're going to be bad at sports? Or actually, no. You're going to be just good enough where it gets your hopes up and then you're going to be bad at sports. I don't know. But hopefully, like, this won't age well. Like, I'm hoping that this is the start of a run. Right? Twins get sold. They start spending. Get their ish together. And go from there. Anthony Edwards grows and shows with this cast. Maybe get some better shooting out there. That's it. Vikings, J.J. McCarthy, Justin Frickin Jefferson, J.J. to J.J. multiple Super Bowls, the Wild and Kirill the Thrill, hockey, Stanley Cup, Lord Stanley's Cup. Just go from there. Hell, maybe even PJ Fleck can get his ish together. I even talk about Gopher football. Do you know the Gophers have 7 claimed national championships? The Badgers have 1. Hey, so a lot of Packers fans are Badgers fans. And since Packers fans live in the past, like, why can't Gopher fans live in the past? I don't get it. But I could go on like a whole nother hour about PJ Fleck and the Gophers, where PJ is a fantastic recruiter. And he's consistently getting NFL talent, especially in the trenches, by the way. I mean, Ariante Ursary just drafted mid-rounds. John Michael Schmitz. Like, there's a lot of NFL caliber talent in the trenches for the Gophers year after year. And Coy Parrish, staying home, that's huge. Also, him not leaving for NIL money, that's monstrous. And consistently, like, they have a damn good running game. And generally, like, hey, if you're good in the trenches and you can run the ball, like, you're going to be able to do some things, especially in the Big Ten. But just can't beat Michigan. Just can't beat Ohio State. Can't even beat Iowa, Wisconsin consistently. Well, Wisconsin, yeah. But just so, like, is that our destiny? Just be happy with 8-9 wins? And like the Capital One Bowl? Is that it? I don't know. I don't know what the solutions are. It could be fans demanding more. Not being so fast to dole out the dollars. Because you vote with your wallet. And generally there's a pretty strong correlation between demanding fan bases and team success. Because once there's all that pressure on executives, owners, coaches to have results on the field, otherwise that bottom line goes down, things change. So I don't know if it's us Minnesotans need to be more demanding. Something like that. I don't know. Or like I said, do not take this advice. But the joke in gambling is, well, you can't keep losing. Losers are the ones that quit right before the big score. And maybe this is it. Maybe we are just a couple of inches, a couple of swings of the pickaxe away from just hitting the mother lode. All the gold, all the jewels, all the everything that you would ever want. Just right there. A couple Jerome Bardys, NBA titles, the Larry O'Briens, the layers, and just go from there. Anyways, I don't know what we accomplished, but it made me feel better. So I guess that's what matters at the end of the day. Anyways, raw, real, rant, Minnesota sports. Why are we like this? Let us know. Comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.